The first word that comes to mind as you evaluate the strange figure standing before you is delicious. You don't even intend to be salacious, it's just he looks edible. His long blonde hair calls to mind ramen noodles, but his entire outfit is a culinary journey around the globe. He looks downright mouth-watering, but you're not sure the feeling is mutual. His expression suggests he's less than impressed with you.
Good evening. Do have a seat. I'll be with you in just a minute. Glass of wine? Surely you can do better than that. This fine white has a light body and is rather dry. It's quite acidic. I can virtually taste its origins in the eastern Loire Valley. Dare I guess just outside Chavagnon? And as its taste matures on my tongue, I detect notes of honeydew, grapefruit, and peach. And a certain minerality. Flint, gray salt. Well done. Now, can you do even better? Indeed, an excellent idea. Well, now you're just showing off, and I'm very much here for it. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mitchell Linn, food critic extraordinaire, paragon of the perfect, advocate of the adventurous, and bane of the banal. Salutations. I have to say, I already find your taste quite impressive. Listen, I'm afraid you've caught me in a bit of a hurry. 3 new spots have just opened up around the house. I'm eager to give them a try and see if they measure up to my exacting standards. Say, how would you like to accompany me? Brilliant! So, where should we go? There's a new Hawaiian fusion place in the living room. Daisuke's sushi spot in the dining room is supposed to be pretty swanky. Freddy Yeti has an ice cream joint in the kitchen that's worth checking out.
You find yourself in a large and comfy side-of-the-street-style stand. Koa has blended traditional Hawaiian vibes with Korean elements. He has somehow convinced Lux to don a red and blue outfit in order to tastefully represent a traditional Korean lantern. Koa has managed to bend himself around a grill in the center of the establishment in classic Korean barbecue style.
Aloha, friends. Welcome to Two Currents, a Hawaiian fusion experience.
My, mon ami. You've worked hard to create the atmosphere.
Oh, not too hard.
Well, what do we think?
I'm humbled that you think so.
I agree, Koa. This is so far quite delightful.
Please, take a seat.
Koa pats his lap.
Don't mind if we do.
Is something the matter?
How do we feel about these seats? Yes, I suppose this is a suitable arrangement.
If there's anything I can do to make things more comfy, just ask.
Noted. Now, what do you recommend?
Here's a dish that's also of Korean origin. Meat jun. Thinly sliced beef dipped in egg batter and fried. And of course, some kalua pork, rice, and cucumber slices to go with it.
Intriguing. What do you think?
Of course, we have some in the back for special requests.
Well, look at you. Asking for exactly what you want. And oi, muchum wasn't even on the menu. I find your confidence ravishing.
I'll be right back with your food. In the meantime, how about some of our special soju? Ganbei.
Nice one.
Okay, here's your order. Dig in.
Let's try this.
Koa's dishes are sumptuous, abundant, and full of bold, contrasting flavors. This is definitely comfort food, and the gloves are off when it comes to spices, sauces, and carbs. The combination of Hawaiian and Korean flavors contrasts and complements, ultimately fusing into something utterly unique. Fermented vegetables, meats dripping with sugary pineapple sauce, and rice. Lots of rice.
Interesting. What do you think?
So...
I agree. To have made something so original and yet so delicious is a real win. Koa, you've outdone yourself. And I must applaud your open mind. I find that to be quite sexy. My friend and I are about finished here. Koa, thank you for having us.
You two are welcome back anytime. Thanks for stopping by.
Ah, my faithful companion. Care to join me for another review? So, where should we go? Daisuke's sushi spot in the dining room is supposed to be pretty swanky. Freddy Yeti has an ice cream joint in the kitchen that's worth checking out.
You arrive at Freddy Yeti's new ice cream joint, the Yummy Yeti. It's a herky-jerky establishment, to say the least. The ice trays are slipping and sliding everywhere. The frozen peas and fruit have not yet been moved totally out of the way. And Freddy himself is hard at work trying to put together the last touches on his icy creations.
We have arrived.
Hey guys, great to see ya. I'll be right with you as soon as I finish mixing this. Dang strawberries won't blend.
What do you think? I agree. Rather charming. The sort of place I'd love to bring a date. I'll note this down.
Grab a seat, guys. Pop yourselves down in that there box of Haagen-Dazs bars.
I hope we won't be eating pre-packaged foods.
Not at all. You're just part of the aesthetic.
I'm so glad you approve. I want you to enjoy yourself while we're out together. And I must say, Freddy, it really is a good idea.
Aw, shucks. You're making me feel all nice and cold inside.
Have you got menus?
Nope. But look at this.
Freddy points at a long bar of ice, into which he's frozen the various flavor combinations. Strawberries, bananas, pieces of chocolate, vanilla beans. And beside each, he has painstakingly, if a bit sloppily, carved the names in ice.
Thanks, guys. Mitchell, you inspired the idea.
I'm touched.
Anyhow, we've got strawberry vanilla swirl, chocolate chill, coffee with cream, and classic vanilla. What'll it be?
You first, mon ami. So much about a person can be determined by their choice in ice cream flavors. Don't you think? One does not simply chill with chocolate. One indulges in her. One luxuriates in the devouring of her decadence. Your lack of respect for the consecration of cacao has been noted.
Well, don't just leave me hanging. How is it? Oh, that makes me so happy.
Freddy, dare I say it, this is the most voluptuously iced cream I've ever had the pleasure, nay, the honor of tasting. Bravo, my friend. Bravissimo.
Well, guys, I've only got one more thing to offer, and that's my every day is Sunday.
That sounds interesting.
First, we've got the ice cream. Vanilla and brown butter caramel.
Consider me titillated.
Then comes the chocolate syrup, which has been heated. Next, we have a subtle glaze of butterscotch.
But we like it.
Some ground roasted almonds for a crunch, a bit of whipped cream, and last but not least,
Enough with the foreplay.
well, my friends, that's everything I had for you. I know it's a bit rough still, but I hope you had a good time. I'm not exactly a trained waiter.
Je suis d'accord. And I might say that your grasp of French grasps at my heart. Thank you again for having us on such short notice. Keep an eye out for my review. Very well now, human, we must be going.
You find Mitchell looking more pensive than usual. He sits, staring off into the distance, absently swirling a glass of red. He notices you when you approach, and you catch a glint of something in his eyes.
Bonsoir, mon ami, mon chéri. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in what I'm doing that I forget the most essential things. Yes, well, you've been on my mind. I wanted to ask your opinion about something. Do you think there is a connection between food and love? Specifically, do you think that by eating with another, delighting in delicacies, appreciating the ambiance of a fine establishment, engaging in pleasant conversation and the elegant dance of table manners, can these things make love? An act of love. Do you mean to say that love is created by what we do? This is a beautiful sentiment, and one that goes straight to my heart. Do return soon, yes? I must say I am eagerly awaiting our next rendezvous. I've begun to find you rather entrancing. But tonight I need some time with this glass of wine. That is to say, time to be with myself. Ah, my faithful companion. Care to join me for another review? So, where should we go? Daisuke's sushi spot in the dining room is supposed to be pretty swanky.
Mitchell leads you to the dining room. He seems excited, or about as excited as a critic like Mitchell can be about a new place.
I've heard only good things about Daisuke's place so far. Let's hope it lives up to expectation.
You walk into a rather austere space, every element seemingly selected for its clean and unpretentious elegance. The counters are of raw pine, finished to a glossy luster. The walls are shoji-style screens, and the doors slide open with a soft hiss that seems engineered to bring you entirely into your sophisticated surroundings. A water feature drips delightfully in the background. You feel instantaneously relaxed and intrigued.
Ah, here comes the owner now.
Daisuke greets you both with a warm smile.
Welcome to Omakase Daisuke. I am pleased to see you both.
Always nice to see you, Daisuke. It's obvious you've put a lot of work into this endeavor.
Thank you, Mitchell. I have only done what anyone would in my place. The dishware deserves no less than maximum effort. I hope the decor and ambiance please you.
My mind isn't quite made up yet. You do? Seems rather dull to me. Understated, you say? Let me take a closer look. Why, you're absolutely right. I thought at first it was lazy and weak decor.
Lazy and weak.
Mitchell continues on, as though he's not heard Daisuke.
But look around you. Perfectly clean, lighting muted but warm. This wood shows the signs of a master carpenter. These chairs have been selected with painstaking care. And as I listen, I detect the subtle dripping of water from a waterfall pond.
That is only Sinclair's chronic drip. But I thank you all the same.
I feel almost as if I've been transported to the Tsukibayashi Jiro. Delightful, simply delightful. Let's move on to your speciality, Daisuke. What are we to make of the settings?
Before we begin, I am obligated to tell you that Scandalabra's stories about the silver are damaging lies and not to be believed.
Believe the Scandalabra? I'd sooner let Sinclair process an insurance claim for me.
I'm glad we are all in agreement there.
Now let's have a look. We appear to be missing chopsticks.
Yes. But if you wish, I can bring you some.
No need. I'll eat in the traditional way. And I must say, marvelous attention to detail, Daisuke. All right, let's get down to business. I'm starving.
As the name suggests, we offer only omakase.
I can't wait to see what's in store for us. Okay, now, when the first course comes, let's... Sushi must be eaten right away, within the first 10 seconds.
Here you are. Please enjoy.
Daisuke places a dish before you containing what must be the most hideous, clumsy nigiri you've ever seen in your life. The fish is misshapen, and the rice seems to be falling apart.
What are we looking at, Daisuke?
Is it not obvious? This is eel.
I see. Glad to know your take. I'll present my own opinions in the review. Now that we've eaten, I think it's time to go.
As you make your way back to the kitchen, there's a reflective silence. Your hand grazes Mitchell, and he looks at you. It's hard to read his gaze.
Felt what? Well, yes, I suppose there's no use denying it. I think there is something between us. Perhaps we can continue to meet like this and see where it leads us. Ah, we've arrived. This is the end of our night, I suppose. I'm afraid it does. Good night, my friend. Perhaps another time. Hi there. I'm just finishing up my latest round of reviews. Care to have a read? Koa's Two Currents. Let us see. When we walked into the living room for our lunch rendezvous, there was a lot to take in. Hawaiian and Korean themes blended seamlessly in this laid-back barbecue joint. Palm shack decor, as if we were transported to Maui, but with traditional Korean furnishings reminiscent of Seoul's best restaurants. Not to mention the comfiest couch seats you could imagine. Bravo! But what about the food? The food? Simply put, this is comfort food that is big on comfort. And we are here for it. My guest and I love the crisscrossing flavors that seem to add a new punch to old classics. This fusion left us feeling fused to the couch in the best possible way. Koa has won big in the food department. In conclusion, if you want a fusion that leaves you feeling like you just toured the world, all without leaving the comfort of your own couch, Koa's Two Currents is our current pick for the best new restaurant in the living room. Which review next? Here's my review for Omakase Daisuke. The headline reads, "A Traditional Triumph." From the exquisitely understated decor to the traditional greetings at the door, Omakase Daisuke hits every single mark of a great sushi restaurant. Ambiance, menu selection, food quality, and value are of the highest grade. The at first glance hideous presentation belies sushi of the highest caliber. I've truly never tasted its equal. My guest and I enjoyed a wonderful and, dare I say, romantic dinner for two. And I can recommend this restaurant without a shred of hesitation. Omakase Daisuke receives 5 out of 5 stars. This new kid on the block is here to stay. Which review next? Ah yes, Freddy's Yummy Yeti. Ahem. This rustic hole in the wall is, at first glance, nothing to write home about. But the frozen exterior belies an inner warmth that brings joy to the soul. From the icicles hanging off the sign to the vintage ice cream box seats, the Yummy Yeti transports one to a magical frozen kingdom reminiscent of a time gone by. Ambiance? 5 stars. But what about the food? While at the Yeti, we devoured 2 absolutely delightful frozen treats. And let me assure you, this isn't the kind of place you go with a full stomach. You'll want a single scoop of one of his unique flavors. And don't forget to save space for his one-of-a-kind, decadent masterpiece, the Everyday is Sunday. Food? 5 stars. Service, of course, can make or break a new restaurant. How was Freddy's? My lovely guest and I were tended to and immediately made to feel right at home. We were never without our host's attention. He saw to it that we treated ourselves to whatever we liked. 5 glowing stars for service. All in all, well, dear friends, I must say that new ice cream joint in town is an absolute accomplishment. All things considered, Freddy Yeti has cracked the code, or should I say, cracked the cone. Your faithful critic can highly recommend it. Now we come to the most important review of them all, our reviews of one another. So, what do you think of me? To be honest, I'm not sure your palate is refined enough for my taste. But might I propose a dinner out as friends? I see that our tastes here are in alignment. I can think of no better way to celebrate our friendship than to have a bite to eat. What do you say, friend? Shall we indulge? I think I'll leave my review notes at home for this one. You're already 5 stars in my book. Foodie friends,